Okay, Tricia, I asked you to come because we were talking the other night and you mentioned that you had a skin condition, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to find out more. Because that's exactly what a lot of my audience struggles with, and that's why they come to us. And when you said that you had to look at the ingredient list of your skincare products,
yes,
like I need to know, I need the expert, because I don't personally have to deal with that, but I know a lot of my people do. So this is Tricia Callahan, and Tricia's from Once a Month Meals. So she has a whole program, I'll talk about that later, but I wanted to pick her brain to see what it's like from her point of view of having to look at skincare from a different viewpoint than other people, like maybe than the average person who can just go to the store and pick any product and they're fine with it. So you said that you had some kind of a skin condition, that things would happen, and what's that all about? What happens?
About 2 years ago, I was breaking out in psoriasis type stuff, so very itchy behind my ears, scaling on my jawbone, and it just kind of popped up in my life. And I really struggled with it, and so I went to see a dermatologist.
Wait, did this happen like all of a sudden, or you've kind of had it your whole life?
No, it happened all of a sudden. I turned 40 in the summer, and then it was like...
So not related to pregnancy, not related to...
No. Now I will say that I went to a spa, and I was deciding, I'm 40, I need to take care of myself, so I'm gonna do a skin regime, which I had never really done before. So I bought some products to make my face look whatever, and so I was thinking that this product may have, and the dermatologist did confirm that, thinks it was a precipitating event. Like it was just my body said, we can't deal with this much. And since then and it
so
kind
even
of flared.
After stopping the product?
Yes, even after stopping the product, it wasn't going away, so that's why I had to go to the doctor. I was like, all right, what is happening here? And she actually sent me to a topical dermatologist for topical testing, so they sort of like allergy testing, and there's not a lot of them in the country. There just happened to be one near me, and they put they have you bring all of your stuff in.
All your products that
all
you
the products that you use,
use,
and then they test against some baseline stuff that they test against. But they put these little metallic tabs on your back, and they tape them on with the tape. And you leave them on for a couple of days for
So
an
are you
allergy
supposed
test.
to also use the products like you normally would?
No, you're not supposed to like
Okay.
use products. You're not supposed to take a shower. You're not supposed to sweat, because it'll all like run together. And so you have these strict instructions, and then you come back and they tell you the things that
so they
you
can
reacted
figure
to.
that out.
Yes, it's like a topical allergist for things that go on your skin. And so what they came back with was that you are absolutely, and I actually had taken my essential oils because my husband's like, you need to take those. You're probably reacting to some of those. And so I took those too, and took those products, and it was not the essential oils.
Wow,
in fact, it was parfum.
Okay.
And parfum and so fragrance. So any product, they're like, any product that says fragrance or parfum, you need to run from, because you're gonna react to it. And so I was like, all right, and I came home, and every product, my deodorant, my shampoo, my shaving cream, like everything I had.
What about laundry detergent?
Laundry detergent. In fact, today, we're at a conference, right? And I actually bring my own pillowcase and my own
because you'll react
t-shirt or something, because I react to it on my face now. Because I've rid it from my body, when I do get in contact with it, it's a lot, I react a little bit faster with less. And so, in fact, when we travel, we tend to rent like Airbnbs and things like that. And so I'll take my own laundry pods and things like that in order to help with that.
Oh my goodness.
So all of those kind of things. So I came home and I was just so frustrated. And I also am gluten-free.
And how long have you been gluten-free?
I have been gluten-free for 3 years, and I haven't been tested as celiac, but my doctor's like, if we tested you, you would probably turn up that way. We don't necessarily need to send you through that to do it. And so, so I need gluten-free, non-parfum products. Like, it's not an easy thing to find.
Yeah, and we get questions on that, and it never dawned on me that it could come, it could absorb right into your skin and affect it that much, even gluten. So gluten is in a lot of preservatives like vitamin E. It could be a wheat-based vitamin E. So
I had no idea about that until you said it.
and I there's the only product we do have vitamin E in is our soap. And so I checked with our soap maker, and she says no, it's a gluten-free vitamin E, because she was aware of that too. So it's like always something to learn.
Yes,
so,
yes. So there are times still that I get these flare-ups. And what I have realized is that despite the doctor saying it's just topical, there is some connection to food I eat. And so when I do eat gluten, or I have consumed some sort of gluten, I do a little cheat every now and then, I break out in the same way. I break out with the scaly.
Can you feel it coming on?
Oh yeah. Like, I mean,
it gets itchy?
It gets itchy right behind. So like some of you might have this too, like right behind my ears, right here, and then through my jawbone right here. It gets red and itchy, and the more I've had, the bigger the flare, and then it like peels. It's like I'm scaling, almost like
how
I
much
have
time goes by?
sort of like dandruff, but on my face.
And not up here, but just here down?
Sometimes right here, like it's
Okay.
usually in the crevices. I mean, it's like if you look up psoriasis, it's pretty close to that.
Okay.
But if so, a couple days later, to like a week, it'll last, and it just depends on if I'm compounding. So like there are times when I'm like, oh, if I start to get it, and I know I haven't had gluten, I start to look at other foods that
could
could
be it.
potentially.
So
Like
did
I
you
told
find
you,
dairy? Oh yeah.
no, dairy's not at all like
Okay.
bothers me at all. I told you I suspect coconut,
Yeah.
which I feel like is gonna kill me because